Hello guys, in this video tutorial I will teach you about subqueries. So why subqueries are used? So first define what is subquery. A subquery is a query inside another query. So subquery or inner query, or we can call it as a nested query, is a query within another SQL query and embedded within the where clause. So a subquery is used to return data that will be used in the main query as a condition to further restrict the data to be retrieved. Subqueries can be used with the select, insert, update and delete statements along with the operators such as equal, less than, greater than and equal, less than and equal, in, between, etc. There are few rules that subqueries must follow, such as subquery must be enclosed within the parameters. A query can have only one column in the select clause unless multiple columns are in the main query for the subquery to compare its selected columns. Subquery that return more than one row can only be used with multiple value operators such as in. So we must have to use in operator to accommodate the multiple values from the inner query, from the subquery. The select list can not include any reference to value that evaluate to a blob, array, glob, etc. So let's start with the few examples. We have here a table, employee table, and this is the table data which contains employee number, employee name, job specification. Different jobs are here, almost five jobs are here. Manager, the manager of each job specification, hiring date of each employee and the salary of each employee along with the department number. So after executing the query select steric from employee, 14 rows are selected. Suppose we write select steric from employee where sale is equal to 5000. So we can see in the table the 5000 salary is for the King, employee name King with employee ID 7839. So this row will be retrieved. So this was a simple. Now if we write select steric from employee where ename is equal to King, so the same result will be displayed because this row belongs to the name King. After executing again, we can see if we write select maximum of salary, so it is 5000. So if we see the 5000 here, 5000 is a maximum salary in the whole list. So we retrieve this row indirectly through subquery now. So select maximum of salary, that is 5000. If we write select maximum of salary from employee where salary is equal to one thing you should remember that subqueries are mostly used in that case where we don't know the name. For example, if we don't know the name King, and if we don't know about this 5000 which is the maximum salary, so using the subquery we can retrieve this results. Not all the time we know about the name or a salary or any other specification. So select steric from employee where salary is equal to select maximum of salary from employee. So this is the subquery. So when the query execute, so this one will be executed and this one will return the maximum salary. From here you can see the maximum salary is 5000. So when this one execute, it will return 5000. So sale will become is equal to 5000. So the King salary is 5000. So again this row will be retrieved through this subquery. Now come to other example. Select steric from employee where sale is equal to select minimum from employee. So the minimum salary is 800 and it will return the 800. So where salary is equal to 800, so that row and that row belong to Smith, so this will be retrieved. Now again I executed select static from the employee query, so the whole result will be displayed. Now if I write and execute select static from employee, where manager is equal to 7698. So this is the manager ID 7698, 7698, 7698, 7698. So 5 rows belong to the manager 7698. So these 5 rows will be displayed. So this is easy to write the query, but if we know this value, but if we don't know this value, so we must have to use the subquery. So if I write select employee number from employee, where ename is equal to Blake, so we indirectly know that the boss or the manager of Blake is 7698. For example, select employee number from employee where ename is equal to Blake. If we see the table, so this is a Blake and the manager of this is Blake. So if we know only one information, so on the basis of that information we can retrieve other rows. So select employee number from employee where Blake ename is equal to Blake, so this one will return the employee number. One thing you should remember, that here the Blake employee ID is 7698. This means Blake by himself is a manager, so this one will return 7698 as the employee number of Blake is 7698. So where the manager ID is equal to 698, so indirectly all the rows will be retrieved as like this previous. So we have indirectly returned this value through this subquery. Now come to other example. For example, we have other table and we select all the data from this table department. So this department table contain the department information, department name, department number, department name and location. So department, we have 4 department 10, 20, 30, 40, and each employee belong to particular department. So location is either New York, Dallas, Chicago and Boston. So select static from employee where department is equal to 30. So these are the 6 rows, means 6 records whose department number is 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So these 6 rows belong to department 30. So this is easy when we know the department number, but we don't know the department number. So by use of subquery we can return this value. How? For example, we will write select static from employee where department number is equal to select department number. We are selecting department number and we don't know from department where d name is equal to sales, because the department number 30 is for the sales. So if we return indirectly from the sales, so select department from department where d name is equal to sale, will return 30 and 30 will come here. So this indirectly means select static from employee where department number is equal to 30. We can see by executing this, select static from employee where department number is equal to 30. So the data is retrieved using this subquery. Now come to other example. For example, if we write select static from employee where job is not equal to clerk, means all those records will be displayed whose job is not clerk and salary is less than 1300. So if we see the table, the lowest salary is for the clerk and salesman, mostly clerk and salesman's salary are below 1600. and if we execute only this, so the clerk records will be displayed, but we write here sale is less than 1300, so all those rows will be displayed whose salary is less than 1300, but the job will be not clerk. So we have two rows for salesmen. Remember, clerk will be not include, as we have put here, their job is not equal to clerk. So the salary for these two are less than 1300. But if we see, we have also other salesmen, but it is against this this restriction. So this is direct execution of data. Now we solve this same problem with the subquery. So how can we do that? So we can write select maximum of sale from employee where job is equal to clerk. So if we write select static from employee where job is equal to not clerk and salary is less than, select maximum of sale from employee where job is equal to clerk. So what will be the result of this? This is the same query. Select maximum of salary from employee means the maximum salary will be true, but the condition is that job is clerk. So in clerk, which is the maximum salary? 800, 1100, 950 and 1300. So this we have already put here, salary is less than 1300, so this 1300 is a salary for the clerk. So we indirectly wrote that select maximum salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. This means clerk can have 950 salary, 800 salary, but maximum, so maximum is a 13. So this one is indirectly fetched through this query. So we have written this query inside this bracket as a subquery. So when this one execute, it will return 1300. So this means salary is less than 1300 and job is equal to clerk. So again the same rows will be displayed. Now come to solve other example. Select static from, when we write select static from employee where hiring date is less than this 1 May 1981. So this one will be displayed, this one will be displayed, this one will be displayed, and no, these three will be not displayed. This one will be displayed as April is less than May, but these two will be not displayed and the rest values will be. So we have four records for the employee whose hiring date is less than 1 May 1981. So this is the record is fetched from the date, but if you don't know this date, so how can we solve this through subquery? So this is very simple. Select static from employee, we will write this where hire date is less than. So we can find this through subquery. Select hire date from employee where name name is equal to Black. If you come here, so 1 May 1981, 1 May 1981, 1 May 1981 is the salary of the Black. Or we can also write here where employee number is equal to 7698. But we cannot write manager is equal to 7698 because it manager ID is 7698 for the 5 rows. So employee we can write only Black. So this is only the single name, unique name, and this, or we can write this. So we have wrote Black where employee select hire date where e name is equal to Black. So it will return 1st May. This query will return 1st May 1981. So when this execute, again the same record will be fetched as previously displayed through directly put, when we put directly this value. Now if we see other example, select static from employee where salary is equal to, select salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. For example, if we execute the inner query first, for example, select salary from employee, if we execute it here, select salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. So this means we have 5 jobs belong to clerk, so 5 rows will be executed. Unlike the previous example where the subquery was returning the single value, here the subquery inner query is returning the 4 rows. So here we have an error. The error is single row subquery returns more than one row. So now how to handle this problem? We can handle this problem like this. We will write select salary from employee where cell is greater than, select cell from employee where job is equal to clerk. So this is again the same problem. So instead of writing greater than, so as this is returning more than one rows, which is 4 rows, so we will write the operator all. So all will solve this problem. So this is very easy. Now you can put all here. So select salary from employee where cell is greater than all, select salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. So this means this query will be executed, and as a result we have 4 values: 800, 1100, 950 and 1300. So salary is greater than these 4 values, which is 811. So you can see the maximum value is 1300. So in all, remember that in all the maximum value in all of the employee will be in all of the rows will be selected. So you can see the maximum value here is 1300. So so when execute this statement, cell will be counted as a greater from the 1300. So the result will be that only those records of the employee will be selected whose records are greater than 1300. So all of these rows have salary greater than 1300. So in all the rows will be considered, and the maximum and the decision will be taken on the basis of the maximum value. If we write any, this means out of these 4 values, any value can be selected. So by default it will select 800 figure. In any, the minimum figure will be selected, and the salary greater than 800 will be all those employee whose salary is greater than. So there is only one row which is not included, that is 800 by itself, but all the rows are retrieved. Select salary from employee where salary is greater than, select salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. So what is the problem here? Again the same problem, that select salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. So this is again problem. So if we write select salary from employee where salary is greater than, select maximum of salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. So this one is the same as a previous, which was all. If we don't write select maximum of salary, if we only write select salary from employee where job is equal to clerk, then we must have to write here the all. So in all, the maximum value will be considered, and which is the 1300. So above the 1300 salary, all the rows will be selected. But we can indirectly find the 1300 using this subquery, which is select maximum of salary from employee where job is equal to clerk. So in clerk the maximum salary is 1300. So this one is not returning now more than one rows, it only return one value which is 1300. So we don't need to write here all. So this is another method of writing of executing the same, of fetching the same record as previous through this subquery. Now move forward. If we write select salary from employee where salary is greater than, if we write, for example, here is a problem. If we write if we write here this query, so there is an error. Select salary from employee where salary is greater, greater than, select maximum of salary, minimum of salary from employee where job is equal to. This one is returning now two values, maximum along with the minimum value. So when this one execute, it returns error, too many values, means in bracket we have two values, one is maximum value and another is min value. So how to solve this problem? Come here, select tariff from employee, select tariff from employee where job is equal to, select job from employee where ename is equal to ln. So the job belong to ln will be written. Select job from employee where ename is equal to, so it will return the job of the ln, and department number is equal, select department number for employee where ename is equal to ln. So the ename ln department number will be displayed. So we have these four rows whose job is equal to ln and whose department number is also equal to ln. So these are the four rows belong to the cellman whose job is same like ln and department number is also like ln. You can see ln here, department number is 1300 and job is cellman. So all those rows whose job is cellman and department number is 1300 will be displayed here. So we can write this query in using other way, like select tariff from employee where job department is equal to. So we will write comma here, select job, so this one will return the job and it will be put here in the job, comma. So now this one will be executed, department number, so department number will be selected from table employee where name is equal to ln. So this is the select job, select department number from employee where name is equal to ln. So the job and department number as like ln will be returned and will be copied here. Job will be copied here and department number will be copied here. So these four rows are displayed here like this. So these two are the same. So there can be a variety of ways where we can write a query. So if we write select tariff from employee where salary is equal to, select maximum of salary from employee, so maximum of salary will be selected and will be copied here. So it is only one row belong to king whose job is the president and the salary is the $5,000. So if we write select maximum of salary from employee where salary is less than 5,000, so the second highest figure is 3,000. So below 5,000, below 5,000 the maximum value is, maximum sale is 3,000. So this is easy when we know this 5,000, but if we don't know the value 5,000 which is the maximum value, so how can we solve this problem now? Which is very easy, it can be solved through subquery. So select maximum of salary from employee where salary is less than, select maximum of salary from employee. So this one will return the 5,000, this 5,000, select maximum of salary from employee, and the salary less than, the maximum salary less than this 5,000 is 3,000. So it will return 5,000, it will return this 5,000, and the rest of query is the same like this. So select maximum salary, but salary should be less than select maximum. So we can solve a variety of problem using this, like if we want to find a topper who's got, for example, in students, one student is a topper. So by calculating its maximum marks we can find the topper marks and topper. So who is the second position holder? So using this query, like using this query, we can find easily the student who got the second highest marks. Select tariff from employee where salary is greater than. If we write this, select maximum of salary from employee, select salary from employee where salary is equal or greater than, select maximum of salary from employee where greater or equal to, select maximum salary from employee where sale is not equal to salary, means this is the same query as this. So what it is returning, it is returning 3000. So select static from employee where salary is greater than 3000. So it is the subquery is returning 3000. So we have three records, three rows whose salary is equal to either 3. This sign is for 3 equal. So 3000 and 5000. Select maximum of salary 5000. Select maximum of salary from employee where salary is not equal to, select maximum of salary. So this one will retrieve the maximum salary, which is 5000, and select maximum, which is this. So it is, we have already executed this in a just few moments before, few minutes before. So how when we write select maximum of salary from employee where salary is less than, select maximum of salary from employee where salary is not equal to, select so this is the query whose result is 3000. So this one will return 3000, means select maximum salary from employee where salary is less than, select maximum salary is 5000. So when this query execute, it will return 5000. So the employee whose salary is less than 5000 is the 3000. So select maximum of salary. This means the maximum salary we want to find the maximum salary, but it should be less than the maximum most, so which is 3000, and then the salary below the maximum salary below this 3000. So it is returning 3000. So the maximum salary below 3000 is 2975. So this is through this way we can find the third most, the student who's got third most marks. So the first inner query will find the maximum marks or salary here, and this one and this one will find the second highest, and this one will return the third, and so on. We can then embed this whole inside the subquery, and we can find easily the fourth highest salary. So select salary from employee whose salary is, for example, if we write this where salary is greater than or equal to, select maximum of salary from employee where salary is okay, this is the query and the result is 2975. When we copy here and we paste here, so this is the same query, this one. So the result of this was 2975. And if we write select static from employee where salary is greater than this value or equal to, so when equal sign come, so it will display also this value and all those salaries whose are which is greater than 2975. So we have 3000, 5000 and 3000. So we can solve a lot of problem where we don't know the direct values. So using indirect way of writing the subquery, we can solve more complex problem. So this was all about the subquery. Thank you so much for listening me, and wait for the next video. So thank you again, thank you so much.